My name is Craig Marsh. And I have a name sign with a C on the side of my head because when I was younger, everyone always thought I was really smart. I could fix everything, and I really enjoyed doing things like that. So it follows the sign of smart. I was born in Jamaica, and then we moved to the U.S. when I was 8 years old, and we moved to New York City, and then we moved to Cincinnati. I went to school in a mainstream school that had a deaf program. And I was mainstreamed with hearing children. And it was in Massachusetts. My school was in Massachusetts. And I did have an interpreter in my mainstream school. And sometimes I had an assistant with writing. I graduated from the deaf program. And then I went to school for allied computer tech. My family includes my parents, 2 sisters and 1 brother, and they're all hearing. But I do have 2 deaf cousins and an aunt. So we don't really use ASL. We're a strong oral family. We follow more of like the French language, their ideals. So definitely more of an oral program or oral situation in my home. I have experience working with 4 different companies, an elementary in Worcester. And there was a lot of hearing people in that situation. That was a good experience. That was a challenge. And my second job was in Rochester, New York. And I did data processing and reports. That experience was challenging. Communication was definitely difficult. My third job was working in Buffalo. And it was a pretty small company. And I enjoyed working at that company. I did tech support, service for customers, food service, help support. I mean, it was really a small company that was growing. And right now I work at RIT, and I'm a manager, and I've been there for 9 years, and I really enjoy working there because it's a really variety of different jobs that I do. I do some welding, maintenance. So I'm responsible for all of the building checklists, make sure that everything is running smoothly so that the buildings don't stop functioning. My hobbies, I really enjoy fixing cars. I think it's fun to take engines apart, clean them, and then put them back together. I really enjoy taking care of them. If they're dirty, they start to not function appropriately. So I really know everything about that because since I was 8 years old, that was my father's business. He had a garage shop. So, I've been doing that forever. I really enjoy that. I really enjoy working on old hot rods, the engines there. but I don't really have enough time to work on them. But it is fun. That is something I really enjoy. Typically, I use an interpreter if we're going to have a meeting, or if it's like with managers or a special team, doctor's appointments, VRS. I use them like to order food. But oftentimes, I just use my phone and use texting with people because communication is very important. Sometimes if buildings fall down, we need to have consistent communication. Then I'll use text, but it really depends on the interpreter that we're talking about as well. I expect that interpreter must be perfect because they need to have a good attitude, they need to be friendly, they need to understand what I'm talking about. They need to make sure that them and myself are on the same page. Attitude being positive is really a big deal for me.